It's Nathan Lamey here from Urban Boxing Studios. Today I'm going to talk to you about corner escapes. One of our members, Rick Forgery, requested that we gave him some videos about defensive techniques that he can incorporate into his shadow boxing. Well, today we're going to talk about how you can escape from the corner when your opponent's got centre of the ring and has pressured you into a corner situation. You never really want to be in the corner of a boxing ring. It's not a great place to be. Usually the person that's controlling a fight is owning centre ring. So it's really important that we have some escape mechanisms. So if we find ourselves in a corner, that we can get out of the corner nice and easily and then start to dictate what happens by owning the centre of the ring ourselves. For our first drill or escape technique, we're going to use our footwork and the feint with our footwork to create room to escape. Okay, so with this movement, we're going to step on our lead foot, push out onto our rear foot, and then circle out nicely. The reason that we fake onto our left side and push off onto our right, because it means that if we're fighting somebody who is orthodox, we're avoiding their power hand. So as we escape, we're not really going to catch anything that's incredibly powerful, okay? So in real speed, we're going to fake, step out, and then circle and own the centre of the ring. Okay, for our next drill to help us get out of the corner, we're going to be now incorporating our hands and our feet to enable us to get out of danger and escape. Now we're going to be using parries. So if my opponent sends a jab off their lead hand, in this instance, I'm going to catch their jab on the outside of their jab with my rear hand. As I parry, I'm going to step with my rear foot and then I'm going to circle out. Okay? So as my opponent jabs, I'm going to step and parry and circle out. Now, the real importance of parrying on the outside of their technique. So as their left hand sends, I'm going to use my right hand to parry. Now in this position, if you think of how your opponent sends, you're crossing their hands over, and as you escape, it's very unlikely that you're going to get hit. So as he sends the jab, parry and step, and circle out into the centre of the ring. On the opposite side, if my opponent sends a cross, I'm going to use my lead hand to parry their cross, step, and circle out. Okay, for our final drill to help you get out of a situation where you might be caught up in the corner, we're going to use our head movement this time to get out of trouble. This technique is more used if you find yourself in close range, find yourself in the corner and you need to get evade a hook or a nice close tight hooking technique. Okay, so from here we're going to use a bob and weave to get out of that situation. So as our opponent sends their hook, if they're hooking off their lead hand, we're going to bob, weave and step with our rear foot, pivot out and back into the centre of the ring. So in full speed, weave, step, pivot and out you go. Okay, one more time, bob and weave, pivot, and out you go. Okay, now it's really important, we often when we're bobbing and weaving in the studios, we have quite static and we don't move our feet. We're very much rooted on the spot because we're working a heavy bag. When we bob and weave with this technique, as we roll and we come out of our roll, our rear foot has to step through. This gives us the room to rotate our hips, pivot back to our opponent and get out into a safe space. Okay? So make sure as you roll, you step your rear foot forwards, pivot your hips and then own the centre of the ring. On the other side, if our opponent's hooking off their rear hand, we do exactly the same thing. We're going to roll, step with our lead leg this time, pivot out and own the centre of the ring. Thank you for watching my video today. Hopefully it was helpful. Please like and share, comment below, tell us what you think, tell us how you're getting on. It's nice to see how you guys are developing through our videos. If there's anything that you would like to learn, anything that you're not so sure about, again, drop it in the comments and we'll do our best to create a video for you. See you soon.